This time, in addition to Shohei Ohtani's hitting and left knee being in great condition, I would like to address the concerning strategy of the Dodgers, as well as touch upon Roki Sasaki and Yoshinobu Yamamoto. This is about Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers. On August 27, Japan time, Dodgers Shohei Ohtani started as the number 1 designated hitter in an away game against the Braves. Ohtani had an active game with 2 hits, but the team unfortunately suffered a loss. In his 7th inning hit, he hit a sharp ball down the right field line and took advantage of the opponent's defensive opening to advance to second base, showing a brilliant display of base running. Because of that chance creation, leading to Freeman following up with a hit, and then Betts driving in a run with a timely hit to score 1 run, I believe it was an ideal way for the Dodgers to score. Regarding Ohtani, with results coming from his hitting and his base running being brilliant as well, there are no concerns about his left knee, and I have nothing but high expectations for him moving forward. On the other hand, I would like to voice some harsh criticism regarding the way the Dodgers are playing their games. Including this match, in games that the Dodgers lose, whenever home runs are not being hit in abundance, they end up losing the game. Why is that? It means their strategy of connecting plays is remarkably poor. Looking at the attack in the 3rd inning, Freeman hit a double as the lead-off hitter. And in a scenario with no outs and a runner on second base, Betts, who followed, popped out to second base. Muncy hit a fly out to center field. And the next batter, Edman, hit a 2-run home run, resulting in the Dodgers scoring 2 runs in that inning. I view this style of play as not good. It turned out fine because Edman hit a home run, but what if Edman had not been able to hit a home run? It would have ended up as another usual situation where they create a chance but end up with 0 runs to finish the inning. In the attack of this inning, since Freeman hit a double as the lead-off hitter and there were no outs with a runner on second, Betts should have executed a sacrifice bunt, hit a ground ball towards second or first base, or hit an outfield fly ball to the right side so that the second base runner, Freeman, could advance to third base. Since Muncy, who batted after Betts, hit a fly out to center field, they would have been able to score 1 run with that play. In baseball, you must not view things as isolated points, but rather as a connected line. A home run is like a bonus, and it is not something that can be hit frequently. Isn't baseball about building and attempting high-probability strategies? Precisely because this was a high-tension battle against the Braves, I wanted them to win this game. However, the Dodgers are not a team that frequently attempts bunts or similar plays when runners are on base in their everyday approach. I believe that leads to these miserable forms of defeat. Even the Braves will execute sacrifice bunts when they want to advance a runner. That is the same with other teams as well. They desperately go on the attack to reliably score 1 run in true fidelity to the fundamentals of baseball. In this game, getting turned away with a double play with the bases loaded by Thomas Muncy swinging and missing for a strikeout, and completely wasting scoring opportunities one after another were the causes of this defeat. Regarding Scott in the 9th inning, I have previously argued on this program that you never know his true state until he actually steps onto the mound, so having him pitch in the 9th inning should be avoided. Even if he proceeds smoothly up to 2 outs, he cannot get that final out. Getting hit after that and allowing runs is something we have experienced before, so the scene where Scott gets hit after 2 outs in the 9th inning to suffer a walk-off loss was by no means an unusual way to lose. With the postseason approaching, if the Dodgers are truly aiming for a World Series three-peat, attempting small ball to secure that 1 run is what is required of the team. With a lineup relying solely on home runs, achieving a World Series three-peat will be difficult. I hope the Dodgers will firmly grasp the current reality, formulate proper strategies as a team, and showcase victories to us. This is about Yoshinobu Yamamoto and Roki Sasaki. On August 27, Japan time, Dodgers Roki Sasaki started on the mound in an away game against the Braves. He pitched 3 1/3 innings, giving up 4 earned runs. It was an emergency exit due to a blister forming on his middle finger. Until the effect of the injury appeared, he was pitching without any particular concerns. But since injuries are accidents, it cannot be helped. After the game, manager Roberts clearly stated that he would place Roki Sasaki on the IL. It is extremely regrettable that this happened right before entering the intense postseason. But there is still time, so I hope Roki Sasaki will properly heal his injury and return in perfect condition. Now for the topic of Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Regarding pitcher Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who continues to deliver excellent pitching performances every game, articles in the Japanese media expressed claims that the balance between Yoshinobu Yamamoto's pitching and the Dodgers lineup is poor, causing him to struggle to get wins for himself despite pitching well. Yamamoto himself certainly does not think that way at all. Yamamoto always shows gratitude and an attitude of respect toward the team and his teammates. Above all else, he gives his absolute all to what he can do right now. The result is something he cannot control on his own. And I believe Yamamoto's mindset on the mound is always dedicatedly focused on demonstrating the absolute best performance possible. He never blames anyone for mistakes or errors, nor does he take them negatively. That applies to himself as well. Even if he makes a mistake, he handles it calmly and connects it to success. Even when his control is unstable on the mound, he is a genius pitcher capable of making subtle adjustments to his mechanics and rebuilding his own delivery. Looking at everything calmly, grasping the situation, and concentrating on what he himself can do, that is Yoshinobu Yamamoto. When he pitches, if the Dodgers lineup were to normally activate, Yamamoto could easily achieve 20 wins. However, the balance between pitching and hitting is an unpredictable thing, and since position players are human, they have ups and downs. Yamamoto has his ups and downs as well. In the sport of baseball, there is no such thing as guaranteed performance. Players are human beings, and their condition on any given day cannot be controlled. What one can do is deliver their performance according to their condition on that day. The one who can accomplish that is Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Scenes where the Dodgers lineup slumps are frequently seen. But we simply have to have the position players do their absolute best. What Yamamoto can do is simply pitch well and not allow runs. I believe he will always step onto the mound with that awareness and continue to thrive. By doing so, the Dodgers lineup will naturally wake up. And won't they become able to bring about wonderful results? Even if Yamamoto pitches well and does not get the win recorded, his active performance is firmly documented as a pitcher's achievement. And the team holds Yamamoto in extremely high regard, so there is no need to worry. Yoshinobu Yamamoto's active success gives courage to fans in Japan and all across the world. Every time he stands on the mound, it feels as though we are being shown the highest level of fine art. That is precisely who the genius pitcher Yoshinobu Yamamoto is. The regular season has entered its second half, and we are reaching the period where we become conscious of the postseason. I believe there will be even more intense battles ahead. But I hold high expectations for Yoshinobu Yamamoto to lead the team to victory with his finest pitching. That is all for today. Thank you very much.